This is the chapel at Cremona Hospital in northern Italy. The morgue is full, so bodies are being kept here until they can be buried. The intensive care unit has no beds left. Medical staff are struggling to cope.
Having a travel channel in this time of coronavirus, there is no way.
Despite their efforts, the number of dead keeps rising at a staggering rate. Military vehicles have for another day.
Going to work as well, so therefore they called on this measure to be put in place.
Yes, because talking about travel is usually talking about good things.
Estamos aqui sobre uma ponte no Canal Grande de Veneza.
About discovered places.
Onde nós estamos, meu amor? Frente ao Coliseu.
But today, talking about the last trip we had, definitely it isn't suitable. And now it's time to talk about coronavirus. But our channels is not even about health, nor about disease. And there are many channels dedicated to it. In these moments of social isolation, we think that we should continue our lives in the best way that the current moment allows us. And the faster we adapt, the less painful this peril will be. We are facing moments of absolute unknown. Imagine yourself entering in a dark room. When we enter a totally dark room, at first we don't see anything. Here comes the fear of unknown. But after a few minutes, our pupils dilate, and even though the room is still dark, as it is still now, we started to see some things. And we started to think about what to do to get out of that situation. Some prefer to stay unmoved and not make the situation even worse, while others start looking for some light source, even under the risk of stumbling and falling, and make the situation even worse, but also with the possibility of finding a speck of light that will allow you to find the light switch and thus get out of that situation. We see
As of Tuesday
world
afternoon,
leaders
dass wir diese Aufgabe
using a common term. It is a war. And now we are going to talk about social isolation. And for that, we decided to show some footage of a trip we made to the Czech Republic, where we went to a World War II concentration camp, Terezin camp. Our goal is to show what can be called, in fact, the isolation. We're also trying to collect some testimonials on the internet from people who were forced to isolate themselves.
Conditions the old people lived in, they had no sanitation and they couldn't get to the bathroom, so they had no food, they couldn't wash themselves, there wasn't enough staff to wash them, and the stench was just unbelievable.
When we talk about concentration camp, we usually remember the horrors of Auschwitz, which is in Poland. But the one we are going to show you is the Terezin camp, located in the Czech Republic. We'll also show some excerpts from a documentary film whose link will be in the video description below. Of all the horrors we know of World War II, the history of this Terezin camp draws attention because it was sold by Nazi propaganda as if it were a type of spa. During the Second War, the Nazis did a makeup of this camp, a fake football game. Music concerts,
the hypocrisy in showing a film which they wanted to show to a gullible world who would have accepted.
People working with a fake smile to use in the Nazi propaganda, as if the camps were a place where human dignity was preserved. They even made a film for promotion. Everything false. Hiding, as in all camps, the barbarities committed. And some testimonials from survivors from this camp in the 1986 film reporting things that seem absolutely unbelievable, unbearable, but they survived. A testimony from a survivor reported that many died of contagious disease, typhoid fever.
There was an epidemic of typhoid earlier in 42-43 which took a lot of children and young people.
Days later, they were sent to their death.
In another testimony, a lady reports, we lived in Birkenau 8 months. In fact, it cannot be said that we lived. We only existed.
Actually, we lived in Birkenau for 8 months. Lived is a very difficult word to say, lived, because you existed.
Some will suffer, but others will survive after all this is over. But unfortunately, we'll still have a likely long and hard period. The world will re-emerge. What can we do to make the world better? Or at least, what can we do to make we better? 1, 2, 3,